Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another session. Hopefully, we don't get strike. From Georgia, we have Tony D, and then from Texas, we have me. How's it going, Tony? How are you tonight?
You got me a strike on TikTok. And you ain't even say nothing. I'm with you. You didn't say nothing.
I'm just wondering, is it because I ask a question?
You ain't no. Damn that. See, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this will not be clean. This will not be proper. This will not be all that good stuff. Brian got a mouth on him, and he don't think he be offending nobody. But when the TikTok police get you, and you ain't even saying nothing, because even I watched the replay, and I was like, huh? But okay, so as much as I want to be conservative, it ain't even about him asking questions. I know what he says. It's when you get definitive and you irritate the masses, which you enjoy doing, which is why I'm looking at you like, why are you confused? That's why you got a hat over your face so they can't find you. What's happening? Let me go ahead and start this off. I was just watching CNN. Tell me why they said what I just said.
Go ahead.
Trump is falling right along the lines of Project 2025. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Well, I mean,
Brian, you can do it. Take your time. Say it right. You can do it, Brian. Pause. Do it right. Right.
like cutting the Department of Education, that has been a talk forever. Past presidents have talked about it.
Facts.
I have the receipts.
Facts.
So that's past president. So I don't even want to hear this whole Project 2025. I mean, that whole article written by the American Heritage Foundation, that's about as old as me. That was written in the same year I was born.
Uh-huh.
So if it was all that serious, it would have been done by now. Anyway, it's just convenient. But the thing about it is, it's just kind of convenient right now because of now we're like, what? We got millions going to this country. We got millions of dollars going to this project. We got the millions of dollars going here, 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 here. Yeah, we got Maui getting $750 each. We got people on the East Coast affected by the hurricane, $750 each. Then we got California with the wildfire getting paid $750 each, but yet billions of dollars go to Ukraine, no questions asked. Billions of dollars go to Israel, no question asked. So, with the whole, and then now we got people that are like 500 years old getting Social Security money. Yo.
Something just came out where they said that Elon was talking about how that wasn't entirely true. So like, what is this? So y'all listen, Sasha, no, and cut it out. What's happening, man? How you doing? Biggest of my man, Sasha, over there at cantina.com. He's officially the homie. I would love to have him on the broadcast next season when we do our fantasy football. I'm going to leave the door open for you, bro. You let me know if you're available. And no, we don't date. I am a actual one of the rare endangered species on this planet. I am a heterosexual. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No, but I mean,
now, give me a warning for that one.
Right.
I identify as a hoe. HOE. Heterosexual omnivore every motherfucking day. Thank you very much. Go ahead, bro.
That is clever. Bravo, sir.
Thank you. I was running that for about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
He said I wasn't.
But yeah,
go ahead, bro.
But yeah, but then we see where our money's going to, who's getting what money, and then
been there for the past 3 broadcasts. Can you elaborate on something else, please? I know, Sasha. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't worry about it. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. And speaking of which, the all-time lows of the Democrats, like they are rock bottom in the polls. Like it's.
Did you expect anything else?
No, I'm loving it. I'm like Michael Jackson on that meme, eating the popcorn and smiling, like, yeah.
Sasha, we good, man. I'm just cracking back. It's all right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like just because like he's actually doing something versus past presidents barely touched it or mentioned it, just because if anybody else, any other Democrat president would have done it, cool, yeah, no problemo. If it was another Republican, like a Republican president, cool, yeah, no problemo. But the fact of the matter is, everybody has such a disdain for Trump That is why they're
for the past 3 broadcasts.
Exactly.
Can we get past that part?
So yeah, so I'm answering that question like, oh, Project 2025, like get off of that shit.
No, it's the truth.
Because he's actually doing something about it.
No, it's not because he's actually doing something about it. Others.
I mean, he's not doing away. He's not doing away with Social Security. Why are you going to campaign on?
Can I answer that?
Why are you going to campaign on not taxing Social Security and actually giving increases in Social Security? And then he said he's going to do it.
Can I answer that? The thing about Social Security being gone is because they've been talking about how they use some of the money from Social Security for the war back in 2003. Social Security is being depleted. That has been happening since before Biden.
If you did not know that, 2003 was Bush Jr.
Yes, it was, and it was also the war. So they pretty much opened up the bank for the war because we came under attack. Call it what you want.
Thank you, Sasha.
That's how it was. Lister May was good. My whole thing is Social Security is in jeopardy of not being there when people of our generation retire, and God knows the ones after us may not even have it.
I don't think so. I just think that for those that are over 150 years old that are still getting the money still getting generated to, I think that's where they're going to cut it. They're not going to cut like guys.
Talking about it being cut for the past 20 years. Honestly, that's how much jeopardy Social Security is, man. We are
okay, but still though, why are you going to campaign on no tax on Social Security? And he even said it numerous of times in multiple interviews. He's not touching the Medicare. He's not touching Social Security.
He said that.
He said it numerous of times. I don't know why Democrats and liberals are not comprehending,
because
they still keep
the talk is one thing, the action is another.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Has thus far Trump's delivered, right?
No, keep going.
Okay, fine. All right, Rod. All right,
I'll say no based on the automotive industry that was supposed to come back during his first presidency. Is it all the way back here yet? Fact check that. Anybody out there? No joke. Wall, is the wall finished? Fact check that. Anybody out there? No joke. No. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. The super syllable sportscaster has joined us.
Yes,
in the house.
Mr. Enunciation himself.
Yes.
Or pronunciation.
Yes.
The gentleman.
And all that.
The gentleman of pronunciation is here.
All that, bro. What's good?
What's going on, y'all? How we doing today?
We all right. I'm gonna finish this elaboration, then I'm going to give you the floor for a bit because you are overdue to get up here. Politically,
you need to cook.
He's going to deliver on his promises. It is still the first 100 days. We have got to give him some time. And amidst all that, we got to see if he's going to be able to maintain the promises he's putting into place, because a lot of his executive orders are being overturned, which is supposed to happen in the system of checks and balances of the United States federal government level. People don't realize that. He's going to do this, he's going to do that. It can also get overturned. Mind you, some of the federal employees are being put back to work. The military is going to get reimbursed for the vaccine situation that happened during his first presidency. So things are going into place. I'm looking to see that terrorist list that he put up there now. I noticed a couple of groups that weren't up there. I also noticed that he's supposed to be going after a few traffickers. We haven't heard about that yet. I'm quite sure it's going to be a complicated issue. And in case people don't realize or know, when I told you no, Brian, has he kept his promises? He was supposed to speak on the drones after he got elected. When he got asked, he said he doesn't want to talk about it, even though he talked to the people about it, and he don't want to speak on what they spoke on.
Okay. Fair. That's
those
fair.
Are my points.
Fair.
I can see.
Fair.
I can see.
Okay. But I mean, like I said, it's still early. You're still trying to get more data. I mean, you're not going to just
that for what? The drones?
Yeah.
They knew what it was.
Okay.
He said it. Now, I cut you off again. I'm going to apologize. He said they know what it is. He knew what was going on. He wasn't worried about it. After he got elected, I don't want to talk about it.
Gotcha.
Live on camera. This is not a quote. This is not a clip. This is not an article I read. These were the words out of his mouth. I don't want to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian's going to finish. Then we'll
and then also too, like late now 5 years too late, the New York Post, New York Times journalist said that, hey, we were all misled on COVID-19.
Oh, that's
we knew this. So for those that gave me a lot of shit, line up with all your apologies, and we'll go line by line.
Now, and while we're at that, let me go ahead and say this too. Brian has been catching a lot of hell from a lot of people back when we was first discussing all this stuff back in 2021. JoJo was there for some of this too. Let me tell all of y'all something who doubted him and thought he was full of it. He's looking right. You all do owe him an apology. No bullshit. Brian has the floor.
And then also too, even though a lot of people don't like Elon Musk, why they're talking about, the profits are down, we're vandalizing, the damaging, stocks are going down, whatever. Guys, y'all are hurting the American workers, because who puts those cars together? American workers. You're hurting the middle class, the working class, which Democrats are like supposed to be the champion of, but then yet y'all celebrate the violence.
I'm going to go back to what Sasha said. Who was cashing checks at 150-year-old people? We talked about that last broadcast. You got money going out to folks that aren't even around. We want to know who cashed some checks, and if those checks have not been cashed, where's the money? And if they have been cashed, how are we going to get it back? This is what I said in the last broadcast. If I'm late on child support, you lock me up. If I'm late on taxes, you lock me up. If I'm late on paying a fine for a bill or a ticket, you lock me up. Where the fuck are them motherfuckers? I'm sorry, Brian. Please continue.
Yeah. So regardless whether you don't like Elon, but still vandalizing other people's people who actually own Teslas and vandalizing that shit. People got Ring cameras, so you're okay to go to jail. And for those that are vandalizing the dealerships and setting the dealerships on fire, and y'all are on camera, 20 years guaranteed.
I'm trying not to say nothing, but he gonna make me. I'm trying not to say nothing, but he gonna.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, what? Okay, you may not like the guy. Even if you and I had a product and people don't like my shit, okay, you may not like what I say or whatever, but don't vandalize my shit.
Now here's what's cool. The people that are probably vandalizing no Teslas are the same people that had a problem with the riots, with the George Floyd situation, and with LA after Rodney King situation.
Who's behind it? That's the question. Who's the mastermind?
Great question.
But other than that, I yield back. Mr. Enunciation, you had the floor. Here's your pot. Here's your stir. Start cooking.
I don't know, man. What's going on? How's everybody doing? I'm listening to a little bit of what y'all talking about here. Talking about the tariffs. Talking about the Teslas, the Tesla attack that's going on. Everybody attacking Tesla. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people do certain things. I think it's stupid. You're gonna go and attack people's Teslas. That's kind of dumb. Vandalize them if you want to. It doesn't help your case. It doesn't help nobody's case, really. People are gonna have to spend money. They're gonna go sue you. They're gonna do that.
That's why I fucks with Sasha. That's why I fucks with Sasha.
And they say, is terrorist attack to Tesla, but not the Capitol. But then they already talked about the Capitol. They talked about the Capitol, and they talked about the 20-somewhat agents that were supposed to be on the floor, but only 3 of them were there, and where the other 20-somewhat that magically disappeared in the dust, and how these folks were let in there magically, and all this other stuff. They had that trial going on during 2020. For a couple of years, but people weren't really paying attention to that trial either that was going on. There's a lot of stuff that was happening. We talking about these tariffs. The tariffs are supposed to help the middle class, but we got to see how that works out because these tariffs are already being implemented. And yeah, you do have business in Mexico. You do have business in Canada, but it goes vice versa. So we got to see how that plays out as well. We're not even into the 100 days yet. We're still in 50-something, 60-something. So we got to see how this plays out after the 100 days.
I want to apologize to the both of you early. JoJo, I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the both of you early. I had to get a tooth taken out a couple of days ago. I popped my meds. They gave me the good stuff. Let's keep it going.
That's understandable. It's understandable.
No disrespect. They gave me the good
stuff. It's understandable.
When I went to the chiropractor, so I ain't feeling no pain right now. You know what that means, old boy.
It's understandable. Y'all remember, this is coming from a dude who had foot surgery, so I know when you get that good stuff.
That 3, yo. That 3 is good, yo.
When you get your good stuff, you get your good stuff, man.
You got the good stuff.
But yeah, we gotta wait and see how these things are going. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of panic and going on.
Civil
Where we
unrest,
seeing
I
that?
would say yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're gonna see how this stuff plays out. There's a lot of new things that are hidden here that we still gotta try to get an understanding of, as well as there's some things that he's gone about doing that I kind of, even me looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, that might not be good right now. We gotta wait a little bit, to sit it out and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It is what it is. We had,
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
yeah,
I haven't read them. I know they're out. Here's my. I gotta stop cutting y'all off. I apologize. Listen to me. Let me tell you this. My thing is, they're stated as unredacted. The files came out a few months ago. I want to know if there's a difference between those files and the ones that just came out a couple days ago.
I want to know that too.
That's my
You
question.
talking about the CIA's involvement in this?
Yes.
And yeah, and this has been the talking point in Trump's battle with the government. The whole him versus the CIA, FBI, as I mentioned, the whole Capitol situation, a lot of other situations as well. So that looking at it from the viewpoint of the average citizen, we gotta wait and see how these things play out. I'm saying it like this. There's a lot of people who are upset and hearing a lot of these things and seeing a lot of these things go on. Yo, listen. We watched the guy have a 4-year run, and a whole lot of shit went upside down. Part of my language. If I don't know if we could curse here or not, I'm sorry.
We could curse
All
up
right.
here.
And we had people question it. But more people say, nah, wait, give it time. Give it time. And we gave it time. And shit got crazy. I seen, people talk about, what Elon has said about we're going to go through some hardships, but hopefully in time the things will get better. These same words that were said by Elon Musk were brought up recently as words in the final year or so of Barack Obama shared these same words. And they aired this out during this week or some days ago. And it's like, this is it. Because let's be honest, for real. The world's in a deficit. America in itself.
The country's in a deficit. I won't say the
there
country.
You go.
I don't want to say the world. I want to say the country.
I was gonna say the world. The country's in a deficit. I was gonna say the world. Yeah, the country's in a deficit. There's a lot going on. Like really, a lot going on. Economically, just socially, a lot going on. And we're not even touching the subject of now you hearing Italy has disbarred themselves from helping the Ukraine, and what was it? Poland and 2 other countries, and talking about forming their own little version of NATO. Yeah,
y'all put that in the chat. Yo.
And that's insane.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you think about it, though, because throughout the whole 4 years, Zelensky has been modeled like, oh, look, his country's under attack, but yet he wants to go to the Oscars. He's making a little video appearance at the MTV Awards, and he's doing a photo shoot with his wife at GQ and doing all this stuff, dressed like he's like, I'm with my people. Come on now. If you're really in a war, if you're in a war, you ain't got time for publicity. Take a photo shoot, looking all pretty, and then on top of that, you already had over $300 billion that we gave tax free, gift wrapped it, no questions asked, and then you're still asking for more money. Like, dude,
yeah,
no.
It's a lot happening, man. It's
and when Trump, when Trump won the election, and then how he did the first walk, you could tell on Zelensky's body language. He's like, "I get no more money. My shopping days are done."
And everywhere he's going to, they're saying no. He went to Africa.
Brian, you're an ass.
Try to get help in Africa.
You're an ass.
And Africa looked at him, and the leaders over there looked at him and said, "Nah, we're good. You're on your own, buddy." And they left that alone because Africa is currently having their own little problem with France right now at the moment.
Brian, you're an ass.
But yeah,
hey man, I'm tired of hey, yo, man, hey, being back out in the oil field, dude. We don't give no fucks. We tell it like it is. Don't give a shit.
Brian, you're an ass. First of all, his country's at war and they need assistance. That's number one. Number two, everybody has been investing in that country. If they went to war and they pulled out, that's probably why he's got to do his campaign. Number three, he was out there in the beginning. It's been a couple of years. He needs to go out there and try to get some global support outside of the support he's been receiving because he's probably running low on everything. Plus, they're pulling out. If you was in a position of power and your people needed you to do more, you would do it.
I would not do any press. I'd be like, no, man. Like I am not doing no GQ photo
Everybody
shoot.
makes money.
I'm not gonna be on the MTV Music Awards, like giving little speeches here, the NBA All-Star game and all that shit. No, if I was a world leader, and I'm at war, I ain't got time for all that shit. I ain't gonna do no photo shoots. No.
Yes, see, either you make your means as either we're gonna be fighting or we're gonna find the means to peace.
Brian, you're an ass.
That's what it is. I'm looking for a means to peace over fighting. Yeah. To be honest, you don't have time to be on the Grammys and the Oscars and all this stuff, man.
It's publicity.
When you got people on the field out there, he could have been talking.
And I apologize. You're in charge. You're the leader. Your people are fighting. They need you to go out there because remember in the very beginning, everybody was supporting Ukraine. He may be going out there just saying thank you as much as he's looking for help as well because he has to trying to be out there with his people. Brian, you're an ass. And
then also too, like some independent media has covered it to where like Ukraine needs soldiers on the front line that they're abducting guys off the street and putting them out there.
That happened in the very beginning. They was low on people, and they had
it was just the average Joe.
Fellas, we have been joined. We have been blessed. We have been graced. Mercy is in our favor. Ted is in the house. I can't believe it. He finally made it.
It's been a long time.
The broadcast.
It has been a long time. Hey, nice tan, sir.
But there is something I do want to touch on real quick. Besides that, before we continue, the situation about Social Security, Medicaid, stuff like that, health insurance in general. Do be wary about health insurance. Do be wary about your coverage. This is something I kind of noticed for a little bit. Back since actually it really hammered in 2020, and it's kind of been going downhill a little bit since then. And it's the fact that your health insurance, your coverage has kind of dipped a little bit in certain things that would normally be covered is no longer covered, and you have to pay out of pocket. The fact that they are even enforcing the fact, well, not even the fact, but just the sheer idea of you got to get this medication or else type stuff is kind of crazy. I know there's multiple different medications and off brands and stuff like that, but there's certain things where they're like, hey, we only got this. Can you look and find something else, an alternative? And they'll tell you, dead in your face, we might not have an alternative, and it's either you pay this out of pocket or you got to deal with that. It's ugly. It's a little ugly. I have a church member of mine currently trying to get some eye drops, but the eye drops are like $500 something. The man has insurance, for the eye drops. They're about $300 to $500 for some eye drops. A little small thing like this of eye drops.
I'm kind of curious what kind they are. Is it an eye condition or is it?
I forget exactly, but
is he getting his vision restored? I mean, damn.
No, he wears glasses, but it's for something. I think it's for
It can't be.
Hell no, man.
It's a clear. It's like a
Visine.
Nah, it's something similar to like a Visine of some sort, but it's like a strengthener, something like that, like some form of like a steroid or something like that. But it's for $300 to $500, and the insurance does not cover that, and he has to pay out of pocket. He's been trying to look for an alternative for weeks now.
No, he
can't get it.
He ain't got one. Ted,
and I said, "Godly."
Being here, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't properly introduced everybody. JoJo was the man, Mr. B, the MMA guy, Mr. B, 1986 on a few platforms. Check him out. He is a combat sports connoisseur and commentator. We also got Ted, my man, real Ted Hicks, latenightparents.com. Where you follow the show, latenightparents.com. He ain't done one in a minute.
Word.
I mean, you know,
a word, yo.
In a minute, you know what I'm saying? But,
I'm reading the add-ons to our names, and I'm reading Ted's right now, so I'm dying.
Yes. Ted, we just covered a little bit of the politics. Take about 5 minutes on your aspect of what's going on politically. I know you got to come back and get with the times and get over your jet lag and get back to the environment that is not necessarily where you have just been privy to yourself. As far as what's going on,
what up, Rick?
The first few, not necessarily 100, but quite a few days of the current presidency. Your thoughts? Random Rick is in the house. What's happening? I got to get a refill.
Random Rick, how you doing?
I'll be right back. Take the floor, please.
Go ahead.
Salute to the panel. Happy to be back.
Yes, sir.
Thursdays were a great time. You know, we get together, we talk a little bit of politics and MMA, boxing, wrestling, tech, all the above, football mostly. But yeah, it's been something. It's been like a whirlwind. Has it already been 100 days?
No, we're midway.
Yeah.
We're midway.
So we're maybe 48, 40, 46, 47 days. You know, I've told everyone who would listen that on 3 occasions I had the opportunity to vote for this gentleman, and I opted not to on all 3 occasions. But I will tell you this much: he's definitely checking the boxes of everything that was said. And that's one clear thing that a lot of candidates don't do. They make all these idle promises and go out on a limb, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to rewrite this law, and he's basically been doing it. Everything he set up there, and everything that everything that's been said from his group.
Yeah,
you know. So I will say this much. It's something new every day. It's really something new every day, and the how he's played the media has been the best thing that I think he's done.
Masterclass.
He's played the media, and they are obsolete. Mainstream is obsolete. I don't know.
And then the popularity of Democrats is at an all-time low.
29%. 29%.
Yeah.
But I do want to piggyback off of something that Joe just said about your dwindling health coverage. How it's been dwindling. And what's that? I think Mark Cuban made it popular with the cost pro drugs. And so, Joe, your colleague or your friend or someone you fellowship with was looking for, I guess there was no generic brand for them.
There's no when he asked the doctor said there's no they can't find no generic brands right now. You don't have no generics. You got to pay that, and the health insurance is not covering that.
That's more than
Mind you, the doctor's saying you're gonna need the drops.
That's more the norm. You know, so
money grab.
It's like the over-the-counter stuff it just won't do it for you. You need some type of prescription, and hey, we're gonna dangle this carrot in front of you, and then you get to the point where all these years that we would pod together since which predated HAPS, would be you would hear people mostly in Midwest, and they would be talking about, hey, do I pay for my medication? Do I pay for my rent? Or do I pay for my car insurance? Stuff like that.
They'll pay the rent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they'll pay the rent. They'll pay half on the car insurance, and then
whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and so it's just stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's a real funny time. And when I was away this past week, I was reading on my iPad, and I was like, does it bother anyone? Like you're noticing more and more. We're used to businesses closing and shuttering their doors and everything is like that. But does it bother anyone when you hear like a business is just like, hey, we're closing, and we're closing all 800 stores tomorrow? And I'm just like, what the hell? Is all of that attributed to COVID, or is all of that attributed to a CFO or a comptroller who just didn't forecast the right way? But because we're at the point now where whether it's Joann's or name your favorite auto parts store or whatever store, Party City, they're just totally closing.
It goes,
Pier 1 imports, because all that fell under victim of the COVID. Okay. And on top of that too, another contributor was Amazon.
Okay.
It was, I think Amazon. a lot of businesses flourished during the 2020. Sorry to cut you off, Brian. Yeah. A lot of those business, some businesses that dwindled down, other businesses picked up, especially online service picked up big time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, we're just comfortable with saying the Walmarts, the
Target,
Targets, and the Amazons just ate their lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy, but
because Best Buy is barely hanging on, but within a year or two, maybe like within 5 years, you're gonna see Best Buy go out. I mean, because already like Stein Mart is closing their doors.
Mm-hmm.
Pier 1 Imports.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah. And then, with the movie theaters are barely hanging on because people are now slowly going back, but only on particular movies that is of interest.
They're struggling to have people coming to the theaters. That was COVID before. I want to say it's the economy, but I really can't.
It is the economy.
I think it has. Well, you know what? You're right, because the price of everything else going up is taking away the recreational money people have. Even though they gave the pay raises.
But also too, like because like with the theaters too, other than just having like your usual like your popcorn, your nachos, and your hot dog, now you got theaters implementing, club sandwiches, pizzas. You have more variety now, and of course, it's going to cost a little bit more. But the thing about it is, you got guys in the back making it. You got alcoholic drinks now, so there you go.
That's what you got to do.
Sasha, I can't even argue that point. Super corporations and monopolies are
the future.
Less choices and higher prices with more chance of collapsing the economy. I do see a strong economic collapse, and I've been seeing that for a few years. We talked about that back around time we first met. Has anybody known how a lot of people were tanking? A lot of the millionaires, a lot of the major businesses, they were tanking. Why are they all tanking? It didn't just happen under Biden's administration. It was happening under the Trump administration as well. The first Trump administration.
Well, the tank aren't they tanking because they know they can get a bailout?
That may be one of the answers. Now, are all the bailouts increasing our deficit or not will be another question I have.
Of course.
There it is.
You're printing money.
Yes.
You're doing what
and you have
Joe,
unresolved
you're
debt.
doing what the Dodgers are doing.
You have unresolved debt. You're giving it to somebody else. You're letting somebody else take care of it. You run your debt and then you take another name. You give another business. You create another entity and you write the first one off.
You got to remember, we went through a big bailout a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Big government bailout when we went through the recession. You got to remember that.
I remember the airlines.
The big government bailout. And everything.
Yes.
And everybody was trying to rebuild all over again. When people were talking about we was flourishing, it was like, wait a minute. Not quite. Because everybody was still trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, because like in 2008, like a lot of GM branches like Pontiac, Saturn all went under.
Yeah.
People who like bought their homes and everything that maintained their homes lost their homes. That right there was crazy.
That was the early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then like one of the girls I used to work with, her mom worked at NASA, and one of the departments at NASA, her mom
they got cut. I knew about
NASA got trimmed.
She got cut. And man, when she was so pissed off when we were helping her pack up and everything, because she had to sell her house, sell her car, and move in with her son and his wife.
Yeah.
And when she saw Obama like talk, man, this woman was like, she was, this motherfucker, I voted for you. What the hell? And she just like took something, threw it against the wall, and broke it. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Gentlemen,
I want to keep this.
That's what happened.
Now when I apologize, I got training tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do this.
All right, Ted, what are your thoughts of why the Democrats are failing?
Didn't I say I wanted to keep it going? He's gonna go right back to it.
No, we need Ted's opinion. We need Ted's thoughts.
Why they're failing? I mean,
why are they failing so badly?
Bad messaging, bad leadership, never following through, them being exposed. I can go
telling you what not to vote for, but telling you and not saying what you should vote for.
Well, saying Trump bad, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is that, but then never turning around to say, okay, here's what we're standing behind. They just did a really piss poor job, and we're here. This is where we are.
I mean, even like on the last time when Tony and I talked, I was like, Van Jones was on CNN saying like, yeah, we're screwed. Like we're royally screwed. He said we're defending bad policies that don't work, and the people don't like
it. He said that about the Democrats.
Yeah, Van Jones on CNN.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
He said, yeah. We're defending bad policies that people don't like.
That people don't like. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And then now it's like you got Gavin Newsom doing a podcast, Michelle Obama doing a podcast, and now you got like another Democrat person trying to do a podcast. It's like, whoa, why are y'all trying to connect with the younger crowd now? Because y'all overlooked that. Y'all thought like, as long as we say Trump orange man bad, we're good.
So just a quick question. Who is, and we were talking about this offline. Who is the Democrats' version of Joe Rogan? Who's the person that can get out there?
Nobody.
Oh no! I'm reading the comments. Oh
yeah. Who's out there disseminating that message?
Nobody.
Kind of like how like a Rogan is for
Democrats.
Nobody.
Right. Who's out there?
There's nobody. Rogan was your middle guy. Rogan's been the middle guy, and for some reason,
the most liberal Democrat right now to me that I see It's gonna be Elizabeth Warren AOC.
But for podcast purposes, like how you got Joe Rogan.
Purposes,
for podcast
I don't
purposes.
know of any Democrat like that.
Nobody.
No, I can't. I can't think of it. I can't.
Okay, now I asked this last week to Tony, but I want to hear your two thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you see now that could be the voice of the Democrat Party to lead into the midterm and 2028?
It's got to be. What's his name? It's got to be Jeffries.
Timu Obama?
You suck.
It's got to be Jeffries.
Timu Obama?
Hell no! He said Timu Obama. No, what was dude's name? We were talking about this in the chat, in the group chat.
I see John Fetterman. I see John Fetterman. I mean, hey man, I'm cool. Hey, fuck.
What about
I can see Fetterman?
What about the
John
comedian
Fetterman.
who had to sit down? The comedian who made the jokes, and remember they ran him out. I think he was in Massachusetts. The funny guy. He was a comedian.
I don't know the name.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
No. Out of
No?
Massachusetts.
Bill
Was
Burr?
he in Massachusetts? Huh?
Bill Burr.
No, not Bill Burr. Hold on, I'm looking it up now.
Anthony, I think Bill Maher is independent.
Bill Maher is like he's abandoning the
A lot of
Democrat
people
Party.
abandon, but a lot of people don't talk about the Republicans that's abandoning the GOP as well. And they're on the news. They are doing that. I went with Hakeem Jeffries myself. I think Shapiro in Pennsylvania, based on what he did at the convention, he may gain some ground. Let me throw this out there too. I think DeSantis and Newsom, regardless of the party, those two are done. J.D. Vance is going to be a front runner, but I'm sticking with Michael Steele, former Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, as a next.
Al Franken.
Who?
Remember Al Franken?
I remember that name. Okay, yeah, I remember Al Franken. I'm taking Michael Steele as the next best candidate for president in my eyes.
Michael Steele, who's on MSNBC?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I've been watching his.
The former GOP chair?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of his comments for the past decade. He used to be on Bill Maher a lot. I like his opinions, regardless of the party. I like his opinions. He's been pretty. He's not one-sided in what he says. He sounds like he stands for the people more than anything, instead of just business.
I like Bill Maher, but I think Bill Maher seems to be switching over.
Yeah, him, Stephen A. Smith.
He sounds like Brian. He really. I used to watch Bill Maher a lot. He sounds like Brian. The Democrats are ridiculous.
He used to be so pro-Dem. He was pro-Dem, and in the past year or two, bro.
But he's been pissed since Trump got elected the first time. He been pissed since Trump got elected. He was anti-Trump like a mug, and when Trump lost, he couldn't.
And then he got super frustrated because of how the Dems handled it.
Sasha says Bashir. I don't know.
Andy Bashir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that dude in North Carolina I told you about in the chat. I think he'll be a front runner as a presidential candidate.
Cooper?
I forgot what the name.
The former governor?
The one I put in the chat about.
He said Russell. Yeah, I didn't even see Random Rick said that. Rogan and Russell Brand on the right. On the left, crickets. But nah, man, it's true though. Bookstores and libraries got cut. All these stores got cut. And yeah, Trump is going after the radio. What's that radio station? EU or something like that they had. Now they're trying to fund their own money to come back. I heard about that. I think it was last week. Yeah. They're trying to run their radio station back.
Sasha,
they were cut up.
Let's throw this out there too. Your thoughts on Cuomo coming back?
He gonna come back. I see a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, they're not gonna vote for him because of how he handled that situation."
Yeah, they're throwing COVID in New York all on him. They're throwing all of that on him.
He's the next mayor of New York,
and people and somebody brought it up, Now that Trump is looking to X those pardons that certain people got, they're gonna look to go after Fauci. And Fauci's been the guy who stirred this whole thing up. Who stirred the whole U.S.
To go into hiding.
And that's what it is.
Myself.
That's your guy. It's not Cuomo's fault.
Hiding more than your boy from Milwaukee that went up against George Floyd.
Word.
We are on him hard. I just saw somebody sent me something the other day. Fauci's in heat, yo.
He is in heat.
Yo, and not even
nuclear.
In big trouble.
It goes from the lab situation to how they handled the whole thing to the fact that this dude was getting money on the side during all this stuff going on. To the I'm abandoning this stuff. Yo, I'm out of here.
Disney did a documentary on him.
They're gonna have he gotta go. He gotta go high for real. I'm kind of worried about him. I'm kind of worried. He might go down as a terrorist.
Oh, because they took his security detail away?
No, because of the information that came out about COVID before it hit, the way he put out treatment out there, the side effects of remdesivir, all of that crap. See,
all that stuff that he put out there.
When everybody was
they're going out,
making everybody go crazy.
The stuff that happened in Africa,
and Trump invoked those to eliminate those pardons, and that's happening.
The stuff that happened in Africa before the vaccines came out, he was over that shit.
Yeah,
that's it, yo.
It's a rap sheet on that dude, man.
That's it.
And I tell people that I said, yo, imagine seeing a guy come on your TV screen every day during COVID to tell you how to handle it and how the world should handle it and this and that and this and that. Every day.
It's
from some secluded location, some random location.
They're gonna be on him. The evidence coming out against him is scary.
And then you put in fear in people.
Joe, I need to know: are you voting for Andrew Cuomo? Yes or no in the primary? Putting you out there.
Who's his opponents? Who's his opponents?
Who isn't his opponents? Everyone's running, and so he's the only one with the market share.
Who would you take over him? Will be the question.
There's no one to take over him.
No, who would you vote instead of him? Who would you vote for?
This one.
There it is.
The speaker Adams, the Adrian Adams.
I was thinking about that, but damn, who's really like equipped to deal with New York stuff?
Thank you.
Cuomo.
The way New York is, and that's it.
If he's handled it on a state level, you think he can handle it on a city level? I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He definitely can. Yeah. He definitely can. And a lot of things that people forget, a lot of things were handled pretty well when he was out here.
Mm-hmm.
It was only when this COVID shit happened that, they went and do that, and then they talked about, sexual assault and this and that, and the sexual assault situation.
Sexual assault, the biggest thing against him, because in my opinion, he was handling COVID very well. He did a press conference every day, and I watched him.
Yeah.
The biggest thing was the money he made from that book. That was the problem.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The money he made from the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
and that's when they got at us. They got at him.
That's when they got at him. But they didn't get at him for the money for the book. They went after him for the other reasons.
They went after him for the harassment. That's
right. They went after him for the harassment, but mainly for how he was trying to handle the COVID situation with the elderly folks.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing, because it was what he was gonna do was to save people, but it was such beyond what people would have really thought. That's some movie level scenario right there.
That's Outbreak the sequel.
Sin, sacrificing lives for the greater good. To rescue lives, you gotta push lives aside.
Which did happen.
And that
happened under him. That is a fact.
That was the thing.
It did happen under him.
And that was the thing. And he was like, yo, in order to save all these people, the people who weren't 100% healthy, we might have to, for the sake of for the other people that we can save.
Because they were turning people away that weren't COVID related.
But
that did happen.
Tell me this much. When you're dealing with something that's unprecedented, I understand. Since he's the ranking official at the time, so everything falls back to the ranking official, like whether it's coach, manager, whatever like that. But when you're dealing with something unprecedented, and there's no playbook for it,
none.
We're not absolving him of the issue. I'm just saying.
No. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Right.
What do you do?
Yo, Joe. We're going down to Omaha, Nebraska, and we gotta find, I don't know, we gotta go find vibranium, and you can't bring your phone. You can't bring anything. You can't have any type of tech with you. We're going to have to find it. And you're like, how are we going to do this? There's no playbook.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Happened.
Because when they were using, remember when the term of that time, I can't believe it's 5 years. Is ventilators, and everyone was chasing and fighting for ventilators, and those ventilators were killing people.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
they were killing.
They said that back then too. They said,
and everybody was chasing those ventilators. That's
good. I apologize for jumping over your broadcast because I know you was on, but you was on for a minute. I wanted to get this in because we're trying to do this. I was going to try to keep it at an hour. I should be available Saturday night if anybody wants to do anything, because I know I got to work Saturday morning. But I appreciate everybody being here. We got
chilling. What's happening?
10 good minutes left. I need to wrap this up sports-wise. Gentlemen, somebody mind telling me why in the hell Cooper Kupp went to the Seattle Seahawks?
To replace DK Metcalf.
But why would the Rams get rid of him?
Idiot.
Why?
Age, injury. Look at the amount of games he's played. Look at you're looking at the budget, and when you're starting to shift, when you say, "Hey, we're not contending for a title anymore. We're okay if we go 9-8."
I challenge that. Yes, they up there in now NFC championship contention, in my opinion.
Pray for my Steelers. Pray for my Steelers. Because I want to ask you quite a good question. Why we ain't built up our offensive defensive lines yet? Yet we went ahead and we taking up Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, that's official now?
Kick rocks, man. What the hell is going on here, bro?
Y'all picking up Aaron Rodgers for real?
It seems we're going to be picking up Aaron Rodgers for real.
No, you're not.
I'm not kidding.
Aaron and Russell.
This may be very well be happening.
No, Russell's a free agent.
That's why they picked up Aaron Rodgers then.
But do you really want to get in Aaron Rodgers' business?
Me?
I am coming to be a Jets fan, Ted. I swear to God, if this man, Rodgers, puts on a black and gold jersey, black and yellow, I am going to become an official Jets fan.
Good.
Just so I could cheer Justin Fields through this whole season. I don't care.
Oh man, you threw a fit when I dropped that. I was like, Fields to the Jets.
Yeah.
Dog, you don't understand, Brian. I seen it. When you sent it, I then seen it.
Yeah.
So I was doubly pissed.
And Ted said it was going to happen.
I know. Ted said, wouldn't it be funny if Fields got acquired by the Jets? And you're like, nah, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
And I said, there's no way you're gonna give up your future.
Exactly.
A few weeks later,
exactly,
they gave up him.
Ted said the last season during Bill King's Fantasy Football League, y'all. He said, "Well, just a few." I said, "That's not going to happen."
Bill Kings.
And they united his squad. His squad is together. His squad is together.
And Olave is coming.
Okay.
Olave from the Saints. They're trying to work through a trade right now.
He can still throw the ball just.
Brother, we got no Najee Harris.
Smoke. Let me
we got no.
Aaron Rodgers
We got
his numbers with the Jets, but the record sucked. He got his numbers. This is a fact.
We got DK. That's great.
Y'all
We
got
got
DK.
no Najee Harris out here.
Yo, I got a problem.
We got Captain Crash out. Philly gave us Gainwell. Philly let us get Gainwell. That's great. Where's our O-line? Where's our defensive line? Why the hell are we gonna have Aaron Rodgers on our team?
What are we doing here?
Not just Aaron Rodgers.
You got Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
That's going to work. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf will work.
Brother.
Yes.
Tone.
Yes.
Brother.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Mike Tomlin's got his hands full if that was to happen. But however, though, his possible new assistant may help him out though.
It could work.
Aaron can throw the ball, but we need that O-line secured.
Yep.
But guess who else?
So that man could do what he could do.
You know who else should probably get the ball more now? Freiermuth.
Yeah.
He should get better numbers. I hate
should.
Najee Harris left.
Najee Harris
to the Chargers, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Bring them back up. And let me throw this. Hang on, Brian. I'm going to get you in here. Them damn Commanders.
Yep.
I'm calling Eagles Commanders NFC Championship game next season right now.
Okay.
So it ain't supposed to happen. But tell me somebody outside of them. Well, I'll take that back. New Orleans may be up there. Tampa Bay may be up there. This is a fact.
I'm gonna say something.
Let Brian get it first, and I'm gonna give you JoJo. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like Joe called it. He said, "Don't sleep on Washington," and proven right. It's just sad that Detroit. We're really like, oh man, I was like Detroit, Washington. That'd be great.
They would. Detroit got to be healthy. They had a lot of health issues and a lot of out players last season.
But now like D Hop to Baltimore, man. Whoa. D Hop to Baltimore, man.
Baltimore's loaded.
JoJo, I figured that was gonna come.
So what's gonna be, Joe? You're gonna like go be Team Green or you're gonna be Team Purple, man? Like,
I gotta cheer Justin Fields. I got Justin Fields. I was supporting Justin Fields, bro. I supported Justin Fields in our fantasy football. I supported Justin Fields when Justin Fields was on the way coming over here. They let him go.
Yeah.
They let him go. And then you sitting there watching this lame, even though respectfully, he did all right until those last couple of games. But we watch this man go and have conversations with the Browns and the Giants.
Yep.
Yo, for real?
Just saying, yo.
For real?
Hey, I do want to say to Smoke, the Jets travel to the Ravens this year. Book it. If the game is before November, we're there.
Oh, one last thing. The SEC finally dropped their case against Ripple. Did y'all see that?
No.
Against who?
Ripple.
XRP.
Yeah.
So the SEC dropped
their
case.
Wow.
That's the biggest thing I was holding.
Yep. Wow.
Yes. So it's going down. It's going down. Yeah. Everybody might want to check their crypto against trading.
Evan Ingram is a Bronco.
Yeah, he is. Go ahead, Ted. What you got?
Just one thing I want to say, because I missed out when you guys were talking about Tesla's getting destroyed. The stock is tanking.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what type of PR stunts they can do with the current president saying, hey, I'm buying a Tesla. Wow, this is great. Wow, just really putting it on heavy. And I'm like, oh man, you can't save them. Destroying someone's property, destroying
it's wrong.
A lot full of Teslas or going to
I swear, like if I owned a Tesla and all of a sudden I get a little buzzer like somebody's vandalizing my shit, I am like, if if I don't get to my revolver quick, they're gonna catch these hands.
Yo, that's what ends up happening. Then people want to enforce more force. We got more violence. And
I'm
then
like,
attacked.
man, I worked hard. You know, it's like if I worked hard for that, and no. I don't play that.
Word.
That's the same thing that goes for that. That same thing goes for my truck. I was like, nah, man, you gonna mess my ride? I'm gonna fuck you up.
So the same thing. So earlier today, the big recall came out for the Cybertruck, right?
Right.
And they said the recall affects 47,000 Cybertrucks. I thought the goal was to sell 250,000.
I don't think they sold 2,000. I don't think they have.
They've sold 47,000 of them. But you would think it would be more.
Yeah, you would think. Somewhat. It's a silly looking design, man. You gotta think about that. Yeah.
I've seen a couple down here. People are buying them.
I mean,
yeah, we got a couple out here.
Yeah, there's a lot down here.
Yeah.
So you got all of them being recalled.
I mean, because in Austin, that's where the power plant is. I mean, it is massive.
I believe. We had an hour, fellas. I don't want to cut
this. It seems like 8 football fields.
It's 11:30 my time. So, Brian, appreciate you being here. Jojo, appreciate you being here. Jojo, plug yourself.
Choose your fighter.
Plug yourself.
Who's your fighter?
Oh my God! Don't bring that up.
Choose your fighter.
Was silly. What's his name? Was chewing them out about how stupid that was. So I see that.
Oh, dude, protect him. Protect him.
Jojo,
protect Scott Jennings.
Okay,
yo, man. Huh?
Tell them they trying to railroad you.
I've been on a hiatus a little bit, but I'll be coming back. I'll be coming back with the B-sides. But for now, you still see me on X, man, Twitter. New Year's, same name, same thing. At Mr. B, 1986. New Year, same thing. Nothing changes, man. I'm still out there talking combat sports, watching combat sports. I'm on VK.com. I watch fights. I stream the fights there, so I'm on there. And other than that, I watch the boxing and do all that other stuff. I'm trying to see what's still going on with that May event that they're supposed to have the boxing event in Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see how that's gonna go. Because it's supposed to be a live event. It's supposed to be free. But I'm trying to see how many people they're allowing to sit in there. Because
only 3 bouts, Joe.
I don't care. I'm willing to run out there, yo. With the camera, with my phone, like, hey, just to see what's gonna happen. But it seems good, man. It seems good. But other than that, that's all.
Appreciate you.
And I'm chilling with you guys. There you
go. Ted, plug yours, please.
Currently on hiatus. Right now, moonlighting as passing game coordinator. I work with offensive coordinators, the quarterbacks coach, wide receivers to design game plans and coordinate the team's passing attack. Back to you, Tone.
Gotcha. Brian?
I'm considering coming back on X and Facebook. I think my username will be Joe Loves Mitchell Trubisky. It's been a while. I had to do it. It's been a while. Go ahead, karate chop me to the throat.
Nah, what team signed him again? The team signed him, I think, right?
No.
Are you still with the Bills?
I don't know.
I don't know where he is.
Guys like that always get signed. Think about it.
Just like Mason Rudolph. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my link tree, Tony D. Original. Follow me on all those platforms. I try to get my numbers up. These are my boys. We've been doing this for years. We're going to keep doing it. Hiatus or not, we wait for the day we can all get back together and carry a convo. Once I get some more time under my belt, we're going to do this again, hopefully soon, before Ted disappears again and goes to another people hiatus where he got to do a vow of silence.
Word.
Platforms and shit. Definitely. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I got a heavy day tomorrow. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate everybody coming through. Sunday Night Smoke was in the house. Sasha was in the house. Lister May 2 was in the house. Random Rick was in the house. Check out Random Rick when he does his thing with his man riding the frequency. I appreciate y'all for coming through, everybody. If you've been in here and you didn't put your name up, that's fine. I thank you for coming through. Thank you, anybody on all the replays. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Rumble as of right now. We're going to try to share the TikTok, but these slap nuts don't stop. They go over an hour on purpose, so I can't share it. I've been telling them this for 2 years now, and they do it on purpose.
Trying to avoid the strike.
Hope the water come out your nose, Ted. Essential.
Snip the last 5 minutes.
Brian got me a strike on TikTok, and he ain't changed a bit yet. JoJo, we can't ever catch him, but I get it. I understand. But you know what? These are my boys. I thank y'all. I mean this. It's been 4 years I've been running with Ted. About 3 or 4 years I've known y'all. I do thank y'all. All jokes aside, the door's always open to do this anytime. I'm going to hear from my coworkers. I'm all got the first thing they're going to say, that's why you ain't coming in. Whatever. Damn it. I got other stuff to do at home like y'all do. How about that?
Respect.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna catch y'all again though. Appreciate everybody. Y'all take care.
Night, y'all.
Give it to him, Brian.
From the East Coast and the South Coast, we are out.